Good morning, and welcome to another episode of the Wake and Bake Show. I am your host, 16 the Icon, aka Mr. Superhero Swag. Today's episode is going to be a little different because we can't talk about music every day, right? Sometimes we're going to sit down for the Wake and Bake Show and we're going to chop it up about different stuff. We might chop it up about movies. We might chop it up about video games. The Wake and Bake Show had to evolve because there's a no smoking order right now on the show. We can't do any of the smoking. No alcoholic beverages used on set. So, before we get into it, I want to let you know that the channel is going through some changes. I have been very observant on a lot of the YouTube videos. Shout out to Think Media. Those YouTube videos, subscribe to Think Media if you are a content creator. And what they'll do is give you pointers. They're going to give you game and let you know how to be more successful at this whole YouTube thing. Okay? So, yeah, I've been watching a lot of Think Media and getting caught up on the game. I need to get my editing down. I need to make sure that I got, 16 the Icon popping up right here on the side of me with my, my Instagram handle or my Twitter handle. You know how it does, right? I got to get my videos popping like that. So there will be some changes coming to the station because we are always going to evolve and reach for the next level. So with that being said, let's get into the video and talk about those movies and streaming service series that you might want to check out that I am already checking out. And we're going to call today's episode Iconic Recommendations. Now, I highly recommend The Umbrella Academy. Now, The Umbrella Academy is definitely in my wheelhouse because superhero swag, right? This is superhero-based series. There are multiple seasons to it. I'm almost positive that there are just 2 seasons and that there will be a 3rd season. The most notable actress in this series would be formerly known as Ellen Page, now known as Elliot Page. Gotta be respectful. So Elliot Page is one of the, I would say, more OP characters in the story. The Umbrella Academy consists of her and I believe 6 of her siblings. Altogether, they formed this group, and they were very active as kids. Now they're adults, and the story goes on from there. I don't want to give you any spoilers, but really good series. Really good series. A lot of weirdness going on. Of course, I mean, it's a comic book property, so what do you expect? You got some weirdness going on for you to enjoy. And definitely a good series, a good watch. I highly recommend The Umbrella Academy. Now, another show that I can recommend that is also on Netflix, but this one is not of a superhero nature. And that one would be Ozark. Ozark stars Justin Bateman. You might know him from way back as Skippy on Family Ties, but no. Was it Skippy on Family Ties or was he on another show? Anyway, you remember him as the one nerdy guy that was in Hancock. The one nerdy guy that was trying to help Hancock get his image together. That guy. He's in Ozark. Ozark has 3 seasons. It is not superhero based. There's all types of money laundering and violence and suspense, and definitely a good series to watch. It will keep you engaged. You definitely want to watch this. Justin Bateman did his thing. Check it out, man. Check it out. And for those people that might watch and be like, well, I don't want to hear all of the superhero stuff, that's not really my thing. check out Ozark. Check out Ozark. No capes, no tights, no heat vision, no ice breath, none of that. Just strictly suspense, crime drama, drugs, violence, sex, life. Now, getting back to the superhero genre, let me switch gears and tell you that another series that has multiple seasons, getting back to the superhero genre, I will tell you, is Altered Carbon. Altered Carbon stars Joel Kinnaman in the first season. You might know Joel Kinnaman as Rick Flag. He's the guy in both Suicide Squad movies. And he also, I think that may have been his first role, or the first role that I recognized him in, was the reboot back in the day of RoboCop. Remember the black RoboCop? He had the black armor and the motorcycle. Joel Kinnaman, check it out. Yeah, so the first season has Joel Kinnaman in it. Marta Higareda is his love interest, and I don't want to give too much of the story away, but Marta Higareda, I think it's episode 4 or 5. Man, love those episodes. Marta. Yeah, but and then in season two, Sam Wilson, aka Anthony Mackie, aka Papa Doc, shows up in the same role that Joel Kinnaman plays in season 1. And if you want to know how that's even possible, because Joel Kinnaman is and Anthony Mackie is two completely different races, but they're playing the same character. If you want to know how that is, then you want to definitely check out the first season of Altered Carbon, so that you can get with the whole mantra, the whole, how they seasoned it. If you want to get with the whole mythos, is the word I'm looking for. If you want to get with the whole Altered Carbon mythos and see, it's groundbreaking, it's crazy, it gives you a lot of Blade Runner vibes. And the second that I finished season 1, I immediately was angry with Warner Brothers, because when you watch Altered Carbon, you get Batman Beyond vibes. You get heavy Batman Beyond vibes. Like, you just need Batman. You need Terry McGinnis flying around and in that floating Batmobile. You need, bro. Can we get Batman Beyond sometime soon in live action? I'm just saying. But yeah. So Altered Carbon is definitely another one that you want to watch. Altered Carbon is not superhero, it's just sci-fi, and it's a cop thriller, suspense, drama, sex, violence, and general overall weirdness. You know what I'm saying? General overall weirdness. And speaking of general overall weirdness, that leads me into another one that you need to check out. This is just a movie. It's not a series. There's only like, an hour and a half, 2 hours of it or whatnot. And the ones that I want to give you game on are Extraction with Chris Hemsworth, better known as Thor. You want to check out Extraction. Extraction, I believe they're going to have an Extraction 2. But Extraction was on point. Yes. Definitely want to check out Extraction. Another movie on Netflix that you want to check out that is in the superhero genre. Extraction isn't in the superhero genre. He's more of a mercenary in that he's trying to keep this boy safe in that movie. But the one that is superhero based that's on Netflix, that's just a movie, it's not a series, is starring Jamie Foxx and that one is called Power. Now the premise of this one is there's a pill, there's like a drug running around circulating, and Jamie Foxx is a cop, and what happens is this pill, you take a pill and it gives you a superpower for an hour. A superpower for an hour. The thing is, when you take the pill, you can't take the pill and say, oh, I know I'm going to get fire powers, or I know I'm going to get stretchy powers, or no, it has a different reaction every time you take it, and it is a different reaction for each different user as well. So all types of craziness, all types of excitement and action pop off in this movie, and that movie is Power. Once again, Power, starring Jamie Foxx. And another movie that they had on there starring Will Smith. Oh my goodness, man. Just side note on Will Smith, how they did him. You earned that Oscar, bro. You earned that Oscar, so you should be able to keep that Oscar regardless of you slapping the shit out of Chris Rock for his shit and whatever. You earned that Oscar, bro. You earned that. So 10 years away from, you know, the Academy and all that, warranted. Agreed, because, you know, what happened was disgraceful and all of that. But to take the man's Oscar, it wasn't cool. I don't think that was cool. That man earned that. Let him keep his Oscar. And yeah. But getting back to Will, another movie on Netflix that you can check out is just a movie. It's not a series. I believe it's called Bright, where it's Will Smith as a cop, and they actually got like the orcs from like Lord of the Rings. They're actual people. They have like elves and fairies going on in this, but it's like within the confines of regular everyday people like you and me, and police and drugs and crazy concepts, man. Netflix is pumping them out. Crazy crazy concepts. Also, without any further ado, you should definitely know to be watching Stranger Things. If you're not watching Stranger Things, they're about to have season 2. No, they're about to have season 4. Season 4 of Stranger Things is about to be popping. And if you've seen the first 3 seasons of that, you already know that 11 had, since the first season of Stranger Things, man, what's it, Millie Bobby Brown has been in a lot of stuff, man. She doesn't just do Stranger Things now. Stranger Things, and now the kids are getting older, so they're gonna hurry up and do the next season. They're filming them back to back because the kids are getting taller and older, and man, if you see the difference between how they look in season 3 and season 4, you will see that they do need to hurry up. They do need to hurry up, because I think the one kid that's in Stranger Things now, the black kid, he may be in the running for live action Miles Morales. He may also be in line for live action, what is his name? Virgil. I can't remember his last name, but Static Shock is also on the table. For people that didn't know, Static Shock is also on the table, as is Spawn. Jamie Foxx is tied to Spawn, a live action movie for Spawn. In case y'all didn't know that, I be up on this type of stuff, Mr. Superhero Swag. So you know, if it's a superhero project, I'm on top of it, and I'm knowing all about it. They even have been tentatively working on He-Man in live action, a reboot of He-Man, and I'm still hopeful for Thundercats. They've been playing around with conceptualization for that movie for years, and it still has not shown up on the big screen. But just off the top of my head, because what I'm trying to do today is not use my assistant. I know enough about movies and the different stuff that's popping to give you a pretty good episode, an informative episode on these shows without looking at my phone. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. So something else that you want to check out if you are still on Netflix, before we get off of Netflix and move on to the next streaming service, what you do want to check out is you want to check out Black Mirror. Black Mirror, and look at the knowledge on this. Black Mirror has stars like Yahya Abdul Mateen, which you might know him from Aquaman. He's Black Manta. You also might know him from Candyman, the reboot of Candyman, because he's in that. You also know him from Baywatch because he was in Baywatch as the cop opposite The Rock and Zac Efron. Also in that movie was one of my favorites, Alexandra Daddario. So, yeah, make sure that you check out Black Mirror. It's like a new aged Twilight Zone, bro. It's like new age Twilight Zone. It's different episodes, really interesting concepts, keeps you engaged and keeps you watching, keeps your eyes glued to the screen type of thing. Some episodes hit harder than others, as with any series, but as I said, there's a host of stars on this show, a host of stars on here. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you are checking out Bryce Dallas Howard, who is the daughter of Ron Howard, who of course is Richie Cunningham, you know. So you got Richie Cunningham and his daughter, Bryce Dallas Howard, is also a director. So she's done a couple episodes of The Mandalorian. You also know her from the Jurassic World movies with Chris Pratt, Star-Lord. She is the love interest opposite Chris Pratt, the redhead. That is Richie Cunningham's daughter. Yeah, Bryce Dallas Howard. She is in an episode that is very poignant for the times right now. Deals with your phone and being downrated and whatnot. They have Miley Cyrus in another episode. The girl that played in Spider-Man, the Spider-Man movies as Betty Brant, she is also in an episode. I do not know her name. I do not know that actress's name, but she is also in Black Mirror, along with Anthony Mackie is also in Black Mirror, and Wyatt Russell. Wyatt Russell, the son of Ego the Living Planet, Kurt Russell. Yeah. If you were looking at him in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and you're like, man, this cat, who is he? He looks like somebody. He looks like Ego the Living Planet because that is his kid. Yes. U.S. Agent is Ego the Living Planet's son. Yeah. So he's in a Black Mirror episode. Yahya Abdul Mateen and Anthony Mackie are in an episode. Miley Cyrus and the girl that plays Betty Brant from the Spider-Man movies are in an episode. It's just really a good series, man. It's really a good series, and it steps away from, you know, I'm usually watching superhero stuff, so it steps away from that and gives you a chance to, you know, experience another genre. Like sometimes I like to watch comedy, sometimes I like to watch horror, sometimes I like to watch documentaries. So, you know, it's just different stuff, whatever you really want to watch. Now, getting back to superhero stuff, but we are going to journey away from Netflix and we're going to get to another streaming service, and that is Amazon Prime. Now, I will say that Amazon needs to step it up for the simple fact that I have only really watched Amazon when I want to watch The Boys. I only watch Amazon when I want to watch Invincible. And those are the two shows that I'm going to talk to you about. I'm going to talk to you about Invincible. It is animated. Stephen Yeun, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but he is Glenn from The Walking Dead, Herschel's father. The one who Negan beat with the baseball bat, beat him and killed him. He is the voice of the lead character in the Invincible animated show. I think it's like 8 or 10 episodes, something like that. And his dad is voiced by ah J.K. Simmons. J.K. Simmons, who is basically J. Jonah Jameson from the Spider-Man movies. And they do, man, this is a really good animated show. Invincible is really good, man. It's ultra violent, like, you know, like uber violent. You know, there's a lot of violence in the cartoon, a lot of blood splatter, a lot of man, check that out. It is really good. Now the boys is live action. The boys is live action, and that show is the reason that I even subscribe to Amazon Prime. No cap. It's the whole reason that I subscribe. It has Homelander. Homelander. I mean, I'm not really all that familiar with the actors and actresses that portray the roles in The Boys. You know, the names that I can throw out there, if I want to name drop, the names that I can throw out there are the producer, Eric Kripke. I know Eric Kripke's name from Supernatural, because I always shout out Supernatural in my verses. You know, I'm always saying something about Supernatural flow, Padalecki Ackles. And your chicken be all in my coop, and I know you be hearing her cackle. Yeah, you know, so I was talking about Jensen Ackles and Jared Padalecki from Supernatural. And now Eric Kripke has moved on from Supernatural now that Supernatural's over. And he's moved on to The Boys. So you will be able to see Bobby from Supernatural has a role on The Boys. And this season coming up, which will be season 3 of The Boys, we'll see Jensen Ackles, Dean Winchester, come over to The Boys, as he's going to be their universe's version of a Captain America type character. His name is Soldier Boy. No relation to you. No relation. But yeah, his character's name is Soldier Boy, and he's supposed to be like a dickhead douchebag version of Captain America. So if you watch The Boys, you will definitely want to watch season 3. They're supposed to have I can't remember what it's called. It's supposed to be Hero Palooza or something like that, where it's just supposed to be like really super wild, but with all super enhanced beings, you know, like Homelander and Queen Maeve and Starlight and the Deep and, you know, A-Train. A-Train is their speedster, he's their Flash, and Homelander is their Superman. But man, you got to watch this show, man. You got to watch this show, because it will definitely make you laugh. And if you think that the superhero genre is just too cookie cutter and too clean, and you know you need a little more Deadpool, a little more violence to your shit, then The Boys is the show for you. The Boys is the show for you. Now, I can't say anything else on Amazon Prime that I have been interested in. Nothing. I mean, I did watch the I Love Lucy thing that they did with Javier Bardem and was it Nicole Kidman? And they did a great job doing Desi Arnaz and Lucille Ball. They did a great job. I watched stuff like that, and it was on point. It was on point. But yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to cover with y'all, more or less on movies and chopping it up on different stuff that's going on. Let me think. Can I think of anything on HBO Max? On HBO Max, what you do want to watch is you want to watch Winning Time, especially if you're from the L. Especially if you're from the L. My man that's playing Magic Johnson is doing a great job. doing a great job doing Magic Johnson, and you get to see a more comedic, in-depth version of storytelling of how the whole Lakers dynasty came about. Now on HBO Max, because we wanted to give HBO Max their shine, you want to check out Winning Time. And for those people that want to check out superhero genre stuff on HBO Max, you want to check out, get your pen and paper. You want to check out Doom Patrol. You want to check out Titans. And you want to check out Young Justice. Those are the 3 shows that you want to check out if you want to check out superhero genre on HBO Max. Now, the Harley Quinn cartoon, I kind of got to watching it. Maybe I'll finish it, but it just really wasn't floating my boat. But it is there. The Flight Attendant, I watched the first season. Held my attention for the first season. I like Kaylee Kukoc though, so I was kind of just watching her. But it's interesting. It's alright. It's alright. It'll get an honorable mention. And then I can switch over and let you know, oh yeah, Raised by Wolves is stupid weird. Ridley Scott, Aliens fame, had something to do with Dances with, well, not Dances with Wolves, but Raised by Wolves. And it is stupid weird. Like really, really weird. But I like watching really, really weird stuff and catching on to where the writer and producers and where they were trying to go with it. So, yeah. Trying to think before I leave off of HBO Max, because we're almost at the end of the episode. I'm going to go off of HBO Max and go to Disney Plus. On Disney Plus, you want to check out all of that stuff, man. You want to check out The Falcon and the Winter Soldier because you want to see Isaiah Bradley, you know, the Black Captain America before Sam, that no one talked about, and how that pans out on the series. My hat's off to those guys for putting that together, because the emotion in, I think it's that last episode. Mwah, chef's kiss. WandaVision, everyone's already heard about that. The Hawkeye series with Kate Bishop and Kingpin, the return of Kingpin. Now he's in the MCU. Fire. Everybody's watching Moon Knight. Actually, I'm going to watch Moon Knight after the taping of this episode because I got to see what happens next. I'm loving what Oscar Isaac is doing with that. And yeah, so this episode was pretty much just about movies and streaming shows that you can watch and what's all going on. Snowpiercer is good on TNT if you want to check that out. That's not on any streaming services. That's just on Channel 24. If you want to check it out on TNT, that's pretty good. Everyone is like dissing The Flash right now, man. I think The Flash's time is over. And the thing that everyone is watching on the CW now, Naomi is good on Tuesdays. And also Superman and Lois comes on at 8 on Tuesdays, which is where The Flash was. It is really good. Superman and Lois is on point. Naomi is definitely keeping my attention there. I gave up on Legacies. I got to get caught back up on that because I like that. And yeah, that's kind of it for television and streaming services that I can tell you that I'm watching right now. Yeah, that's kind of it. But as I said, I've been watching a lot of different stuff with Think Media. I've been, I subscribe to Think Media. I'm trying to, make sure that I can bring to you the best version of this channel with editing and all the bells and whistles that you guys deserve as viewers. And I want to thank you guys for subscribing to 16 TV and riding with us on this journey and seeing where this channel goes. Also, we are going to be on the grounds of the 420 Cannabis Fest the day of the event, and that's going to be next Saturday. We got Too Short, we got Currency, we got the homie Bun B from UGK. Man, it is going down. We will definitely be on the grounds all day. I will be walking around with the camera for 16 TV getting footage for y'all, so if you were not able to get a ticket, you will kind of feel like you were there. We are scheduled to do the video for Parking Lot Music, which is featured on Sincere Sinatra's Now We Even extended edition, which is also available for your streaming pleasure on Spotify. Also, make sure you check out 16 Icon on Spotify. Don't forget to do that. New single Beautiful from the Green 16 project is available and doing well. Thank you for the love on that, everybody. I'm really appreciating all the love that we're getting on the singles that are coming off of this Green 16. As I said, this is a more grungy, grassroots, deep basement sound, original hip hop, the return of hip hop. So we appreciate the love. Me and D Grizzle, we definitely appreciate the love that we're getting on the project, and we want to thank y'all. It's all about y'all. We wanted y'all to hear it. We wanted to give it to y'all, and y'all are receiving it, and we appreciate you. Now, before I leave out the door, I want to let y'all know that there is going to be a 10-part series that I will be hosting, and it is me giving the beginners some game. It is called How To Be an MC. That means we're going to run down everything, 10 steps to get you to the point where you want to be. You don't want to be a regular everyday rapper like some of the cats you listen to on the radio, that you see in these videos on YouTube. You want to be next tier. You want to be up there, up here. You don't want to be down here on the regular level. You want to be a dope MC, and I can help you. I can help you. You a beginner and you want to get to the next level, or even the level after that? Or have you been already out here for a couple years and you just want to sharpen your shit like a Ginsu? Make sure you tune in. It's going to be 10 weeks, an episode every week, where I'm going to break it down and help you learn how to be an MC. But this has been another episode of the Wake and Bake Show. I am your host, 16 the Icon, aka Mr. Superhero Swag. And I want you to like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you hit that little bell down at the bottom so that you can get alerts each and every time we drop new content. Now, make sure that you get one in the morning and you light it up right after the intro to the show stops, right before I start speaking and welcoming you to the show. Because if I can't smoke on the Wake and Bake Show, I definitely want to make sure that you smoking. I smoke before and after, but I need you to smoke during. Right? Alright, thank you for watching, and y'all have a good day. I'll see you in the morning here on the Wake and Bake Show.